Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm bringing a very important information to those techies looking at relocating from wherever you are to Australia. Now, if you have been looking at how you can actually relocate from wherever you are to Australia, then this video is for you because I'm going to be giving you 3 job sites where you can actually get a sponsorship job from. And the sponsorship job visa is called the 482 visa in Australia. So I'm going to be giving you 3 job boards where you can actually get sponsorship jobs that would actually help you relocate to Australia, especially if you are in tech, engineering, or education. So if you're someone in tech, engineering, or education, and you're looking at relocating to Australia in 2026, then this job boards I'm going to be calling is for you. Now, there's something you need to understand. If you are in the tech field looking at relocating to Australia, one thing you need to understand is that most Australian companies actually like hiring Indians, Pakistanis, or people from Europe because they actually believe that these people are very good at what they do and they are very affordable, especially those from Indians and Pakistan. Now, most Australian companies believe that those people from Indians and Pakistans are the lord of tech, right? And aside from them being very good at what they do, they are very affordable. Now, this doesn't mean that if you're not an Indian or if you're not in India or if you're not from Pakistan, that you'll be unable to get tech jobs in Australia with visa sponsorship. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to say that if you are an Indian or a Pakistanis, your chances are actually very high compared to those from countries like Africa. Now, when I'm talking about Africa, I'm talking about countries like Ghana, I'm talking about countries like South Africa, I'm talking about countries like Nigeria, Kenya, and the rest of them. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that you can't get these sponsorship jobs if you're from this country. But what I'm saying is that if you're in the tech field looking at getting sponsorship jobs to Australia and you are in an African country, the chances of you landing a sponsorship job to Australia is actually slimmer compared to someone that is from India, Europe, or Pakistan. Now, let's go ahead. Now, I'm going to be giving you 3 job boards where you can actually get sponsorship job in Australia. And this information, I actually got this information from my friends that have successfully relocated to Australia to using sponsorship jobs, right? At least I know 5 of my friends that relocated to Australia and they actually got their jobs using these job boards I'm going to be mentioning. Now, one thing I also want to tell you is that you cannot actually start applying and maybe after 2 weeks or 1 month of applying, you give up and say that no, there are no sponsorship jobs. One thing you need to know is that you're not the only one looking for sponsorship jobs. I'm going to tell you that for free. A lot of people, thousands of people are actually looking for sponsorship jobs and they're sending out applications every day. So even if you actually send out your applications 2 times or 5 times or maybe for 2 weeks, that doesn't mean you should just conclude that, oh, you can't get sponsorship jobs and actually give up. You actually need to keep going. You actually need to keep pushing. Now, another thing I would like to tell you is that you don't just rush ahead to start applying for these jobs. No, you need to make sure that you have, number one, a very strong Australian CV type, right? Now you need to make sure that your CV is actually designed in the Australian CV format, right? You need to ensure that your CV is professional, right? It is easy to read, it is catchy, and it has the necessary links, right? Now, if you're looking at how to develop a catchy resume, I actually have various videos I have actually created about developing a catchy resume, right? And secondly, you need to make sure that you have a strong portfolio, especially if you're in the field like tech. You need to make sure that you have a very strong portfolio. Your portfolio needs to be very strong because why? You're not competing with just yourself alone. You're not competing with just people from your country alone. You're competing with the world. You're competing with Indians. You're competing with Pakistanis. You're competing with Europeans. You're competing with a lot of people all over the world. And so, of course, the only way you can actually stand that is to ensure that you have a very strong, professional, catchy portfolio. Now, let's get into it. The number 1 job board on my list is Seek. Yes, you heard me right. SEEK, Seek. Seek is actually one of the biggest Australia job boards, right? Now, Seek is actually a place or a job board where they post thousands of jobs daily from Australian companies. Now, for my research, I found out that the jobs available in tech alone daily on Seek is over 5,000. So that means that on Seek, they post over 5,000 jobs daily, over 5,000 tech jobs daily. Now, I'm not talking about other roles like engineering, education, and the rest of it, but in tech alone, they post over 5,000 jobs daily. Now, most of these jobs come with visa sponsorship, which is the 482 Australian visa sponsorship, right? Now, what you have to do is when you go on Seek, okay, all you have to do is you register on Seek. So when you register on Seek, there's what they call verification, where you have to scan your passport. Okay. So once you register on Seek and you get your name and everything and start applying to jobs, right? They're going to send you a notification to verify your identity. Now, what you have to do is just follow the prompts. Okay. You'll be expected to scan your passport. Okay. Now, why is verification important on Seek? Now, verification makes recruiter believe and trust your profile more. Okay, they help recruiter to know that okay, you are a genuine candidate. Okay, looking for job opportunities to relocate to Australia. And second thing is treat your Seek account or your Seek profile as your resume. Right, you need to make sure that you're detailed enough. Right, you tell everything about yourself. You put in your job description and your job description, the roles you've had in the past, and everything. Yes, so Seek is actually one of the platform you can actually get sponsorship jobs to relocate to Australia. The second on my list is Workforce Australia. Yes, Workforce Australia is actually a very, very big job board in Australia. Now, thousands of jobs are being posted daily on Workforce Australia. Now, you can also get sponsorship jobs, which is also the 482 visa, also called the skilled visa in Australia. Now, you can actually get sponsorship jobs even if you're in tech, even if you're in education, you're in engineering, you can actually get sponsorship jobs on Workforce Australia. Yes, so this is the second job board on my list. You can actually get sponsorship jobs. Personally, I have two friends that have gotten sponsorship job from Seek, and I have two friends that have gotten sponsorship job from Workforce Australia. Now, so before we go to the third on my list, so before we go to the third of my list and the last of my list, if you're just seeing my video for the first time, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow me, like my video, and share my video because this will actually help my channel grow and it will help me stay motivated to keep dishing out insightful content. Now, the third on my list is LinkedIn. Yes, I know this is a popular job board site, but I'm telling you for free that personally, I have a relative that I've gotten a job from LinkedIn to relocate to Australia. So yes, if you're looking at relocating to Australia in 2026, LinkedIn is also one of the job boards you should be looking at. Now, when applying on LinkedIn, you don't just need to apply on LinkedIn blindly. When applying on LinkedIn jobs, you should pay attention to details, right? When going to the Australian jobs, okay, or jobs in Australia posted on LinkedIn, you need to pay attention to the job description to be sure that that company is actually sponsoring, okay, for that particular role, that willing to sponsor visa for that particular role. Now, this third thing, another thing you can actually do to actually get sponsorship job from LinkedIn is go on the job board on LinkedIn, like the job page on LinkedIn, okay? Set it to Australia. Now go through the companies that are actually hiring for your role, okay, or for the role you're interested in. Now you write down the name of this company, okay? After writing down the name of this company, you go on their website, right? Once you go on their website, you can apply directly on their website, okay, or get more information from their website to actually contact them, maybe send them an email or even call them. Sometimes their phone numbers are provided on their website. So you can even call them to ask if they actually sponsor international candidates. Yes. So using this, I've had a relative that actually got a job to work in Australia to this particular LinkedIn I'm telling you about. So these are the three job sites you can actually use if you're looking at getting a sponsorship job in Australia in 2026. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and share.